Hello everyone, I'm going to be starting out today with my newest tank, the RHM Panzer Wagon here. Nice to see some of you guys are here already. I'm going to be taking tank requests like usual, of course, and then just mixing in a few grinds throughout the stream as well. So nothing too different with today's stream. This is actually my first battle in this tank though, so we'll see how it goes here. There is a little bit of news for today as far as World of Tanks. So currently the test server is down. Wargaming basically stated that it's going to be coming back up at some point. They said late afternoon, so basically that's like Europe, Russia time, to where more or less we should see it pop up shortly after I'm done streaming here. Depending on what's in it, we'll see. I might stream again tonight if it's, say, like the new tier 10, stuff like that, or a lot of new maps, but we'll see what's in it first. They haven't really released anything to, you know, basically there's no leaks as far as what this third test is going to be. It's not the final test, I believe. It looks like they're basically just doing once per week. They're updating it and adding things that they're fixing, so we'll see what actually comes from today's update for the test server. Hello, nice to see y'all. Yeah, first match in this guy to where I'm kind of hoping this M41 pushes. It looks like he is, so there's no real reason for me to push, which, damn, I just got snapshotted by the 257. I'd say this thing is, you know, since this is my first battle, I was kind of basing it off of playing the RU-251, and this thing is a lot faster as far as it's not sluggish to where I'm like jumping all over the place because it just, yeah, this feels like a completely different tank. Let's say somebody keeps spotting me. I did not think I was gonna get spotted again there, to where honestly there's somebody in one of these bushes. I'm guessing it's that ELC even, to be honest. Not there, but that's where, you know, even though the ELC even's a really tiny tank and doesn't pose much of a threat as far as dealing damage, it's still pretty nasty when it comes to being able to outspot other light tanks. I got myself in a pretty bad spot because if he might actually get me here in the 50B. I'd say if he could spot me when I'm just peeking over here, if he's still over in this center area, that's not going to work out too well. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit, Victor. Which, hello, nice guy, Doug, and everyone else that, you know, popped in the beginning here. I'd say this kind of took me off guard, so I was I was like, I'm not gonna crash into the water here. Yeah, outside of the test server basically updating today, hasn't really been any more news as far as, you know, other stuff like Q&As and changes to World of Tanks, so didn't get spotted here, so I'm guessing he's behind one of these little bushes here. Here's the 13105 though. This is not good. Sorry, M4190. I'm not gonna save him. He's gonna get shot one more time. My best bet is to run back, but still not really a good plan here because we don't really have coverage anywhere. I'll give them credit though, they played it right coming from the south, getting better spots in the center. Yes, you are correct, Randall. Total War did go into open beta today, so with that they released a basically new faction I forget what it was called, but they added in units like war elephants and stuff like that. I thought it was called Carthage, but they changed the name to something else. But basically, even though it's a open beta, it's practically the release of the game, to where there's not going to be any more account wiped from my understanding. So anyone who, you know, it is free to play. Anyone who's looking to get into Total War but was waiting until your account wasn't going to get rolled back anymore, now's the time. God. That little thing is so fast! And I'm dead. Oh well. It wasn't exactly the best battle for this, but given that we got outspotted right in the beginning. Hello, Cut and Panzer. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for tipping Levi too, Doug. I wonder. It looks like he's napping back there. he's not too happy. It's kind of crappy out here today. Before I get into my first request, I'm just gonna do one more grind. Get through and get to Mr. ISM here. Well, dog. Hey, you want some treats? Here you go. And that got him up, so let's say I screwed my camera up there. Pointing a little bit high now. Hello, Will. Nice to see you. I wasn't able to see it. I saw it this morning, the news that they won the gold medal, but it was playing. It was like what, 2 a.m. I think it ended. Or that was it ended at like 1 a.m. or something like that. I was asleep early last night. Most likely Randall, yeah. I'll add it back in. Because I really only took Total War off of Tuesday night's game, as far as us picking a game. Because of the matchmaking queues. So I can add it back in. Oh, you alright, little dog? Oh, there we go. Flame, as far as the Alpine Tiger, it's basically a WZ-111. Literally the same thing, just a different skin. To where it's only rare because it was never sold outside of the Chinese server. So now it is, and it's probably going to be sold across other servers at some point, because they're even adding it, I believe, to consoles very soon, if they haven't already. But it's literally every single stat is the same between the WZ-111 and the Alpine Tiger. Yeah, it's hard to, like, as far as like the Olympics, like, it was pretty late. I don't really watch too much hockey though, honestly. That's one sport I've never really, like, I've been to a few like hockey matches, like the NHL, or we used to have like a, I don't even know what it is. It was, I guess, like their minor leagues, if they even have one, but I think it was just like a recreational league. There was a team closer than like Philadelphia to me. But as far as like the test server updating, I'm gonna try my best to where, like, if it's, say, like a big like update with, like, kind of like last week where they released a new map, Glacier, on the test server, I'll try to at least, you know, make like a standard video for it. But I may pop on again and say stream later tonight. It wouldn't be until like after 9 p.m. so. But it all kind of depends on the weather for me here. Trying to finish some stuff up around the house. which basically in a couple more streams here I'm gonna be finishing up with. I was kind of playing around with it earlier today, switching over a bunch of stuff to commands. I'll be able to do it both on Twitch and YouTube, basically. So purchasing like challenges, tipping Levi biscuits, stuff like that. So that'll be in about a couple more streams here. I'll have everything kind of set up. Why I'm trying to back into a Type 4, but going to oh god, Type 4 and O name. Nah. It says go on this way. I haven't really been picking good spots here early. Last battle I got myself a little bit too far out and got myself stuck. And I kind of ruined my match there. I don't even know why I shot that. I wasn't gonna pen that Type 4 anyway. Hello Mojo. I think if they are going to release the 2 new tier 10 tanks that just say coming soon, it's either going to happen this week or in the next kind of update to the test server. So percentage wise, I'm going, it's lower than say just seeing like they still have to add in Pilsing, maybe Province to the test server. I believe they're coming with the next big 1.0 update. But as far as the new tier 10 tanks, I'd go, there's probably like 25% chance we'll see them today. You know, it's just hard to say until they... I can't pen him. I can pen this IS though. But yeah, if they're coming in the next update, it's 50-50 then. If they're coming in 1.0, they still haven't like confirmed or denied whether or not they're coming. Basically, they are still in the, I guess, the testing phases or something. It's just there's a pretty strict NDA on it if they are super testing to where nothing's leaked about it. I wish I had a premium round, but I hit him right on the mantlet. That wouldn't have mattered anyway. Not anytime soon, Flame. There's just the 2 unannounced new Russian tier 10s, but as far as replacing any other tier 10s, they haven't said anything about that. Honestly, I don't think that there's really any that they should replace, to be honest, anymore. Pretty much anything we have now fits into how the lines play. No. Okay, the accuracy on this thing is really bad. But I guess I can move forward very slow because I'm not gonna be able to push all the way there. Go. But basically if I go full speed, I'm not going to be able to aim in fast enough before these guys get blasted. But if I just still spot it. If I just tap R once, I'll be fine. Screw it though. I'm pushing because something's spotting me. The Strev S1, I believe, which I don't know why my FPS got screwed up there. I think something's trying to update. Seems like everything is shooting me though. Pretty decent match though for, you know, being bottom tier here. Probably could have done a little bit more, but got there. Alright, I just need to fix something really fast here. Maybe not. Let me try to get another shot here. Say the ISM, I've liked it. Granted, I didn't grind it like I unlocked all the modules right away. The stock grind's really bad, but I've liked it a little bit more than I thought I would. But it's still lacking against tier 9s and 10s in my opinion. All right, I just need to go. I forgot to click on the other chatbot real fast. I think I got it working. But got a Confederate award. Top 4 damage, not too bad. I was a little bit worried because early on there were so many enemy heavy tanks with a lot of armor there. Alright, so let me get into the Tiger 131 here. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to kill what was updating there in the background. I usually have everything set so it doesn't update during streams, but that was the game was trying to update too. Earlier, Player Unknowns was trying to update, or I let it because it was before the stream, but I was hoping it wasn't another game like that because it was downloading a pretty big patch. Well, the reason, like the T57 line, it's a autoloader line. That's how that's kind of working out there. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you. But Wargaming could make like another US medium line, I believe a light line, and a heavy line. Like there's enough stuff for them to be able to make another run at the US tree, but T57 line's basically autoloaders, where yes, they are different classes, but they have kind of the same feel with their guns. World of Tanks VR, which hello Bartek. Is that a gimmick? A little bit. So basically it's more or less I'm looking at it as like a souped up version of World of Tanks Blitz in a way. But Wargaming is, from what I remember, like last year they were still saying they're probably not doing VR. Now they are developing it. They said the market wasn't big enough for it, to where it's not going to be, in my opinion, a game as fleshed out as say PC here or even consoles, but it'll be more like Blitz, like slightly smaller battles. There probably won't be any arty. It'll most likely be fun to play, but I can't go up here. Like literally half my team is not moving and all the TDs are running to the side that they're running to the side where nobody is. Like this is bad. It doesn't make sense for us to push at this point because we didn't even contest the top. Like the T-43 got 1 kill, which is awesome, but I'm just gonna pull back here given that I'm bottom tier. I'd rather actually be able to take shots and just get completely torn to shreds if I'm up there and we get pushed on. But you know, I have PlayStation VR, which I doubt it's gonna come to consoles. It looks like it's just gonna be like a PC VR game, but you know, it looked interesting. Like I think it's more like from playing VR games on PlayStation. I wouldn't call them gimmicks, like they're fun, but and some of the games are like fully released game, not like just like trials and demos and stuff. But they aren't games like I would want to play, say, every day, and especially for like more than like an hour at a time. It's really tiresome almost. Like they're fun, but you get disoriented. At least I do. And after a while, like you're tired and exhausted from playing it because like you're moving around a little bit more, and you know, it's a little bit harder to keep up with everything, in my opinion. But it probably is some of the most immersive gameplay you'll ever try, at least from what I've tried on PlayStation. As far as the new Russian tanks, so there's a few options. So there's the Object 777 version 2 that's currently in the game. The model's complete. All they have to do is basically rebalance it a little bit, give it a little bit more HP, tweak its gun a little bit as far as giving it more DPM. Now, there's a couple other tanks. I believe the name is like the Object. It's like 270 or 278 or something. Or no, 277. Basically, it's a successor to the T10 heavy tank. Where, I think a little bit more armor. The front, the hull shape changed it to a slightly like rounded hull. So think like the front of an Object 907. And it's got a larger gun on it, 130 millimeters. Kind of like the IS-7's gun, but most likely it would have, I think it had a heat round instead of APCR, like for premium, and it would be a slightly different take, say, on the IS-7, which kind of the T10, you know, is less armored, but yeah, in a way it would make sense to have that after the T10. And it kind of goes with wargaming, so I'm gonna get completely torn to shreds here. I eked out almost 1500 damage, but our team just completely threw this match here. We didn't even contest the hill, and half the team just sat here, and the other half, the ones with the better guns, the TDs, all ran to the side where I think one light tank pushed. Anyway, alright, let me catch up on requests here. Give Levi another tip too. Here you go, little doggy. Yay. There's not too much I could have done there because being bottom tier and in a tank that I don't exactly have a ton of armor to work with, I couldn't really make something happen. Hello Badger, nice to see you over on Twitch. Top damage though, on my team at least, but some matches you just can't win, so you make the best out of them. We have a mouse here. As far as the tank coming after the KB2, I can add that up too. Coming after the 152 tank is that Spanky. Basically, the only information about that is apparently it doesn't have a fully functional turret as far as rotation. But hello, Spanky. Alright, so I'm top tier. There probably is something out there, Badger. If I knew more about coding, I could, but like currently, like the bots I use, I haven't fully set up Streamlabs. That's the one I use over on Twitch right now. It adds it to my screen. It's just the only way I found to get it into OBS correctly was to use like WordPad or something that I can chroma key out the background, or else you'll see like a, you know, they like, it doesn't look very nice. But there are drawbacks to something that's automatic, because someone could write something fairly inappropriate and add it. Which tank would you like though, Spanky? Is it the KB2? I was gonna say, I want to head down here, but we have a lot of people that way. It's just... a fairly good hit on him early on. Yep, uh-oh. I really hope I don't get stuck here. Those darn rocks I never pay attention to. I think I'm actually going to go to the bridge. Sounds counterintuitive, but there's a lot of people on the ice road. They didn't push this very hard. Like, they have 2 tier 10s there, but usually if the enemy team pushes a lot of people here, you would see them where our guys are already. So them being a little bit further back, a good sign. Tier 8 TD? Okay, I can add that up there and I'll pick one. Still don't know what tank you mean, honestly, but going. I didn't aim perfectly there, but really. I'm gonna take advantage of this and try to push across though. They're really the only tanks I don't have right now. Like, I have some lines I'm not finished, are like Russian TDs. There's the JPZ 100 line I don't have. Oh, the ISU 152? Yeah, I don't have that one. Sorry. He was waiting to shoot my... Oh my god. Just stop. You're probably gonna get me shot, to be honest. Without being angled. I hate when people ping that much. But yeah, unfortunately I don't have that tank. I want to get it. I just, I've never pushed up that line yet. It's on my list when I finish some of the grinds I'm currently on, because I still have about like 4 tank lines I'm doing. Yeah, I took a pretty long route for being, top tier mouse, only 3 tier 10s, but thought it would be useful. There's this Scorpion G next to me. Hoping he doesn't take shots, but my team's we're still gonna win this, so I'm happy. I knew it might backfire if they didn't win the south to my left, but seeing how the enemy set up, I knew not a lot of tanks would be down there. So being as slow as I am, I decided to take the bridge, to where normally I wouldn't go there, but in the south I would basically just be driving and I would never catch up to my teammates to actually help them. Yeah, it's like more or less like if I knew more about like coding stuff and whatnot, I could make something that would work with the stream as far as like automatically requesting a tank and stuff, but I'm not that talented. I'm really good at like learning things on the fly, but I've never really looked too much into like actual coding. Like, I know a little bit about designing websites and stuff, but hello Salgin and Ego and Paulus, nice to see you. I can add the IS7 on, yes. If you ever, like I do, unless I have like a ton of time towards the end of streams, I always take 1 tank request from, per person per stream, to where all you have to do is type !request and then press space and type a tank name, and as long as I have it, I will do my best to play it for you in a timely manner. Wonder... I don't know who you are, but I'm guessing you, given that I was just in a tier 10 battle. This is someone watching the stream. Hello. Oh. point. Maybe he was from the... Oh, yeah. I was just saying, sometimes with new usernames, I'm like a little lost sometimes. Hello, Tristan. Nice to see you. Okay, that's got preferential matchmaking, but go for it here. I would say I'd wait. I usually wait for sales to ever convert, because usually it's 1 gold per 25 experience. Waiting for the 1 gold for 35 experience is definitely worth it, in my opinion. On matchmaking. Alright, at least we didn't get too bad of matchmaking here. But yes, I am platooning today. I forgot to say that earlier on. I platoon, you know, just to about halfway through the stream here. I like towards the end of streams, like when I do platoon, I swap over to solo mainly so I can kind of make sure I get as many like tank requests in for you guys. Thank you, Ben, I'll say, for the subscription. They don't post like exactly when they happen, like they hint it at times, and it's different for each server. I would say we're looking at one. If I had to guess, I would probably say we'll probably like this is a big guess. We'll probably see one in a little over a month, if I had to guess, because there was one recently. They usually tie them to fairly big holidays. Like I'm thinking like Easter, Mother's Day, stuff like that, we might see them. I don't know exactly where I want to head yet, but I'm just going to kind of hang out in the center and see if they push, given that we don't have many people here. Unfortunately, Spanky, I don't have the AMX 5120. Sorry. I'm sorry that you know, your work has my website blocked for my list, but this is currently the highest tank I have in this line. It's worthwhile to get this guy out. I don't want to take that trade there until this 430 pushes up. I might get a little cheapy shot. After this though, I'm gonna pop into the Primo, and then I have the Chrysler K, Object 257. Guessing, yep, this FCM should pull back to where I can hit him. That's all good. You can feel free to keep requesting tanks until I actually have one. Curious. Alright, he just got hit. Let's say the FCM, don't see why he would sit there and just take shots if he can pull back. Oh god. Of course he's gonna shoot me. I was about to say he is on my blacklist for some reason. I don't know what it's for though. I'm hoping they don't realize that I am reloading here. But I'm gonna start Going over to the town here. This VK pushed. I'll go and try to help out with him. I still have a pretty long reload where I don't think this AMX is going to pop out and hurt me too much here. Still have 15 seconds. Come on. 13. Don't want to get engaged to the BK 100 here too fast. Come on. Ah. There we go. One of the upsides of this tank, but now I'm out of the fight for almost a minute. Hello Alex, nice to see you. Hope all is well. AV4 needs help, but I'm reloading. Sorry, KV4. Nice if this Scorpion G would come back. Pretty big risk here, but see if it pays off. Don't know where he went. Not what I wanted. I wanted him to like be facing away from. He's all the way over there. Crap. Just pushing through here. I don't have that much HP to work with. Really, I've got one clip where I'm probably not going to get the. This guy's pushing. He's not the tank I wanted to fire at. Not that he's not dangerous, but I'd rather get out one of their higher tier guys if possible. Lord, this is not good. I only have 2 shots left. No. I got him to die. He would have crashed there and not killed himself. But if you put yourself under a tank like that, until he kills you, he's going to take damage as well. So, yeah. That worked out pretty well there. 4,300 damage, and it looks like they're going to get a win. Hello, Labobo, nice to see you. Alright, okay, so tier 8's fine. Let's say, oh no. I was gonna watch the end of this, but I think it might take a little bit of a while. Thank you, Allison. I might as well just pop into the next one here. Alright, so Prima Victoria. Pretty good match though. That's probably the best match I've had in AMX 5100 so far, to be honest. But I've needed to kind of change how I play a bit, to where I've been taking too much damage early on, to where you have to really be careful. Like I was shooting for there, which it thankfully worked out to keep myself, so a tank needed 2 shots to kill me at the end, to where I could still pump, you know, several rounds into them, even if they engaged me like that WZ did. And thankfully it worked out. Hello Sam, nice to see you. I guess lucky for you, there's no school. Oops. Yeah, go figure, the friends list is broken. Trying to make sure I didn't anything here. All right. Up after this, we got the Chrysler K, Object 257. Then I'll probably hop in. Yeah, I got a grind right after that, so that works out perfectly there. Thursdays have been busier than they typically are for me. Just because, you know, I'm streaming now. I have a feeling though I'll be streaming again tonight. Which crap. Hopefully that wasn't off the whole time. I accidentally, I guess, muted the desktop audio. Hopefully it hasn't been that very long. Or hasn't been like that for very long. But I always forget that I have a couple keys on the left side of my keyboard that I have programmed for OBS that like mute stuff or toggle streaming, and I accidentally hit one most likely. It might have been like that for a battle though before I actually noticed. I don't think I'm gonna catch him in time, nor am I gonna have a well-placed shot on him. They're pushing down here fairly hard, so I'm comfortable in this area. Hello, Daniel D. Unfortunately, I don't have a T50 Sam. I do have a tank request list. You know, it's in the video description. Or if you type !tank request list, it'll pop up a link that you can click. That's another, yeah, I don't have Russian lights. I have every other light tank line currently, except for the Russian lights. Yeah, I try my best to grind what I see people requesting and I don't have. I'm at the point right now to where I have four lines I'm grinding right now. 5 if you count like the mini French heavy branch, to where like I go in phases to where like I don't have many grinds and then I have like a ton, and it just goes up and down. I had to pass in front of you. I guess would rather not get shot again from back there. They're all gonna push along the beach. I'm gonna move towards the center, or maybe they're not all gonna push along the beach. And so I'll head with these guys. Hello, Scrub. Nice to see you. Yeah, I was about to say, like, not that we talk about politics here, it's just, there's a lot of stuff happening, you know, at school. Luckily, like, Ryan's a teacher to where, you know, there's nothing going on as far as, like, strikes and protests here as far as students, fortunately. But, yeah. That's a topic for another day. How did I ricochet off of that Primo Victoria? That should not have happened. He wasn't facing me, and I didn't think that his turret was actually at that angle, but I guess I hit him at some really funky angle for that to happen. I'm gonna keep pushing this way. I'd like to get a shot on him sooner than later. There we go. Go figure, I hit that really small shot there, but I couldn't hit the Prima or no, it's a Leopard. I thought it was a Prima Victoria. That makes it even worse that I bounced off of him. Now I'm really confused. Hello, Lawrence. Nice to see you. Nice little shot there. Stealth bang. On IS-3, it's just a super Pershing. Oh, it's not political. A lot of professionals don't make what they're worth. I won't say how much like Ryan and I make in our respective jobs, but she makes more than I do, so. And it's hard to find people that want to sweat. Like, not that I'm a line cook, but it's hard to find people that want to sweat in a kitchen for like 10-hour shifts. Right, Mr. Ferdinand. Kinda confused how you did not damage me there, but I'm not complaining. I'm kind of surprised I had a decent battle here. I'm usually not very good at I'm usually not very good at this map. Surprise. And yeah. What? 2 spotting damage? I think I'm gonna get a shot on him before he dies. Yeah, there we go. A pretty good battle there. 4 kills, 3,100 damage. Better than my usual, like, 1 shot's worth of damage on this bat. Got a mastery badge first class though. AMX 5100. I had a ace tanker match. I was trying to wait to see that, but it was taking a little bit too long to where finally got an ace tanker into 5100. I hold myself, I try to get it in the first like 10 or so battles I play in a tank. And I think that was right around the 10th battle there. Pretty good fight there. Yeah, easily the most amount of damage on my team against. I took him out with that last little cheap kill, but hey, it paid off and we won. I was actually curious how much we won by. I didn't see. Yeah, we came down to just that TVP at the end. Give myself a little pat on the back for thinking on the fly and taking out that WZ there. So back-to-back, first class, and an ace there. Too many things to click out. So I have a Chrysler K up next. Great. Thanks, guys. Which I'll just double. Yeah, I'll double all the emojis there for adding to the next raffle. Yeah, I'm actually gonna say that I wanted that AMX 5100 replay, but I probably should have waited for the end, because it probably only took a couple extra minutes there, maybe 1 or 2. But I want to save that last little bit of me taking that WZ out there. I keep trying to save like the little the funny moments or really cool little moves. That way I can make like a little clip montage, I guess you should say. P67 is definitely one of the best tanks at tier 5, yes. I don't know. Might actually see me fight in the south in this thing. Vegas have basically their top 6 tanks. And then you have the 2 arties. Plus another, so they have 8 tanks that I would say if I was on their team I'd put in the south. But this might be a little difficult here. Whether or not we should push or hold back, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna start shooting regardless. At least we got it. We got the LTTB. Awesome. Or no, they got the LTTB. Wrong team. Why did you push in M48? I'm gonna try to help him, but this might really backfire on us. Yep, there's a T30 of all things too. Oh Lord. I wanted to help the M48 before he died, but yeah, I don't even know why I went out there. Nice loss. I shouldn't have pushed out there to try to save him. Or avenge him, I should say. But they put a lot of people down here to where it would be really nice if we had a couple more of our fast tanks to have pushed in, because we could have taken out 2 of their tanks before they're doing their push now. Yeah, he's got 3 marks on the FCM. Beats me, I only have 2 on some tanks. Alright, so let's start a raffle here. We're at 1,200 biscuits for the winner. Not too much we could have done there. Except for we could have hid behind them, but... Alright, so I got a object 257 here from my next tank up. Right, Corellia assault. I guess I'm gonna stick on this side. Thank you, Lynn, for the subscription. Oh, nice, Stellaris. I didn't even think the DLC was. I thought it was coming out later this week. I got a lot of new games and stuff. As far as like for potentially Tuesdays, like we played Battlefield 1 this past one. Their new DLC came out. You know, same name as Stellaris's Apocalypse. So where, yeah, I guess it might be a fight between Stellaris and Total War next week for Tuesday's stream. It seems like if we're going for like the newest content. But that's what I was waiting for to stream it. I've honestly never streamed a game like Stellaris. Thank you very much, Joe Biden's hair plugs, for the tip. It always makes me chuckle, that name. I've never streamed a game like Stellaris, to where I'll have to look into that if that's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, I was waiting for that just in case, you know, say I'm definitely not going to finish a game in one sitting. Like, a game in Stellaris takes like 20 hours to complete, I feel like, unless you like up the game pace, which I typically don't like to do in those types of games. But that's why I didn't want to play the DLC drops and it kills your save file. I don't know why this bat chat pushed, but I'm gonna try my best to push these guys back a little bit. Didn't get a hit like I wanted to on the E5, but I think my gun depression's not that great. Fairly confident with bouncing things in this, but this will be a little bit different. Huh, I actually know that person at E5. I recognize that name from years ago, I believe. I don't know why I remember this. I'm pretty sure I tried to recruit him into the past clan when I did Clan Wars and VPG. But it was a father and son kind of duo. So dad of Gage and there was son of Gage or something. Or at least I assumed it was father and son. But yeah, nice to see the person still playing. I don't know if actually, like, he's angling really well there. Trying just to sneak shots here or there. Tempted to push in whatchamajig the other way. They just maybe I didn't track him. Yeah, this tank is kind of silly when it comes to oh my, how did that miss? Ah, crap. Fortunately, our teammates kind of dropped back. We're down by 3. I don't know how, but well, I guess the bat chat did have low HP, but I don't really know how it's coming down to this. Crap, heat round. Wish I could have got him. This is where my lack of a good crew is coming into play. Don't have a no very good repair kit. But the E5 chucking heat is no bueno. We're definitely the Artie's punching bag. Snuck a little heat shell in there. They're trying their darndest, which congrats MW on winning the raffle. I'm just gonna save my repair kit at this point. I'm definitely getting Artie down, but ah, crap, the Centaurian got him. I wanted to save my repair kit just in case. Oh. No! He still had one. We are taking a lot. We took a lot of fire there, but we did our best. Oh well, still a pretty good match from both of us. I'll have to look back at the replay or the end screen of this. Would have been nice if we had maybe one more tank. Like the T69 did a good job. It's just the T10. I guess I probably could have basically used my repair kit a little bit earlier, but I probably still would have died. I most likely would have been able to kill that T10 though if I had used that, but I do think that I would have died still. Thanks to my grinding here. Getting a TVP, and I got a KV2 after this. Hello Abdul, nice to see you. Hope all is well. I'm doing pretty good. Hello Poser. Unfortunately, some people weren't pushing out, but they're already just, they were focusing so hard on us. For good reason though, like, if we weren't getting RD there, we would have basically just swept that flank. That was really the only thing holding us back, was stunning us and tracking us. But, like the Object 257, granted it's not like straight like overpowered, since they did nerf the side armor a little bit. It's still really strong to where like he was reverse side scraping. I was just kind of poking out and hoping that they weren't going to hit my upper side hull, to where between two different 257s doing that, they were probably like, the E5 just swapped over to heat instantly, to where that probably helped him, but and you know, more or less they were probably really confused where to shoot us. That's kind of the strength of that guy, or that tank. Alright, don't know where I want to go given that I'm in this tank, but probably after either this stream or the next stream I will be done this grind. Whether or not I have all the experience or not for it, I'm buying the tier 9 tank, given that it's 30% off right now. Hello Scud, nice to see you. That's all good. We got plenty of people there, plenty of people in the center. I'm heading up on the hill just so we have somebody up there. I wouldn't be able to use this tank in the center given gun depression here and the armor. So I'm just kind of hoping I can shoot from the hill and into the center here. I'll have to catch up. I have a couple of requests I forgot to put up in between the battle here. I did get them now. Yeah, usually on this map, in this scenario, where you have a lot of people in these two areas, given we have TDs, and I would try to put myself, if I was in like a medium with turret armor, or like a heavy in that area to try to spot. Because our 1390, he's spotting, but most likely he's going to end up dying, if I had to guess. Yeah, this might be a really, really big risk, but we're losing people left and right here from this. Yeah. We're losing a lot of people there, and run away. Oh god, he's still pushing. I might get shot from the center, but yep, I definitely got shot from the center. Trying to run. I knew that was gonna be a bad trade for me, but I thought maybe it would have been worth it, but it definitely wasn't worth it. I can't pen the type 4, so I'm just gonna chuck some HE this way and hope for the best. Yeah, like unfortunately Corellia Assault, really it comes down to your team just banding together to make a strong push somewhere. Fortunately with my HP now I can't really get shots off up on the hill, but my fault. Okay, I should have a look at the type 4 here, but our Badger, that's one tank to where, since there is only a type 4 heavy, but there is the VK somewhere towards the center too. This Badger could make a run on the hill and be fairly safe. He got hit. No idea where the Badger just got hit from, to be honest. Unless it's near the type 4, but I think it's down here, like in the town he got shot from. I'm just shooting HE. The guy will gladly help this Badger if he spots, or even a Conqueror. Or my best bet is just staying alive right now. I did a little bit of assist damage on the object 430. I got one shot in on him too. Alright. We're getting hit again from, I think, these guys, honestly. They're pedaling back though. They don't know who's shooting them again. I have AG loaded just because half of the shots I'm taking right now are not really even like aimed at anybody, honestly. I'm just like hoping I get a hit. Trying not to. Granted, I have 43 AP shells. I'm just trying not to basically waste shots that cost a little bit more money. So here's this WZ again. Actually not good for me. He spots me. I'm not in cover from getting shot this way or already, of course. We're up by 2 though. I might regret doing this, but I can't stay up on the hill. I'm just gonna die once I get spotted. I'm gonna try my best to get somewhere a little bit differently. This is WZ. He's still gonna be able to potentially get me. I just hope that he's still at the edge of the map, because he won't be able to spot me there. He probably won't be. He's probably sitting behind. Nope, there he is. I was gonna say he's probably sitting behind one of the bushes, but he's not. If we take this guy out, we literally will win. If we don't, we're probably gonna lose. It's just right now they've probably hit their max at what they can push there safely. And it's crit at him, but on, guys. They are technically killing that VK though, which is nice. Okay. Like I should spot, but I feel like I'm gonna die if I spot. Not to knock over any large trees, but Brian, our IS-7's pinging him, but I'm trying my darndest. I'm either gonna spot the VK or this WZ here. But the Badger is engaging him. Somebody's able to shoot me, but right now I've got the WZs. Maybe not. Oh, the Struvest one got me. He's all the way up there. I was gonna say the WZ, if I thought his gun was pointing at me, then it pointed back that way, I was gonna pop out, take a hit, but at least they did kill him. Now it's just the guys on the hill, if they push, they can make that side happen. But I got a little bit of assist damage that match, or this match. It's really hard in a TVP to be able to make something happen when you're bottom tier. It's even hard when you're top tier, but yeah. Down by one. These guys, what's happening here? Like, come on, guys. Like, the Conqueror might be camping a little bit, but like, just making things worse if you're going out of your way to like ram him. He's probably trying to push him off the of the whatchamajig, the hill. Up after this, I've got TV2, and we got an IS-7 up. Luckily, he's not spotted given these bushes laying here, and also these couple were kind of shielding him. Hello, Matthew. Nice to see you. Let's say, definitely better than how I play a Scorpion G. So I got the KV2. But at least we're gonna win this. Like, I'm still hesitant to say it only because like there's Artie that can potentially, you know, get a lucky high hit on somebody, and then there's also the chance of they have 2 autoloaders left, so combined, looking at the HP, I guess they technically could clip all of our tanks except for maybe one of them if both of, you know, the Bat Chat and the Fosh get their clips off. Sorry, Kim, I don't have a challenger, unfortunately. If you take a look at this link here, it has all the tanks that I can play. Here we go. Yay. Okay, we're getting some very nice wins today, at the very least. This Fosh is... Oh, don't know why he was down there, but... Alright. At a KV2. Very nicely done. Let's say top 3, especially you and the IS-7. What is it, Pipe Sergeant? Carried us there, all the way at the bottom. Yeah. Alright, so KV2 is my next tank. I was like running around screaming for half the battle there. See you, Mojo. Thanks for watching. Have a nice one. I said a little earlier for anyone who missed it though. So later today, most likely if it's like the past couple test server updates, the test server is actually gonna update and release. I'm guessing it's anywhere from like 11 a.m. to about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So depending on what releases, I may or may not stream tonight, basically starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, maybe a little bit later, if it's like something big, or I might just make like a standalone standard non-live stream video for it. Potentially it could be something like as small as just them fixing bugs, because there's quite a few bugs on the test server, given that it's almost a brand new engine. Like, I know it's new, but there are bits that, you know, aren't new of it. But more or less, we're probably going to see like Pilsing, the reworked map, maybe even Province, because they're looking to add that back in, given that they're removing, I think they're removing Mitten Guard. But like we might see the 2 new unannounced tier 10 Russian tanks. It all depends. Like, I don't think this is the final test before we see the update, because they're shooting for still about mid to late March to release it, but they've recently kind of stated that they might push that back a little bit, given that there are some bugs, mainly tied with graphics, more or less. I got HE. I can't shoot through the building there, but that's a pretty nice hit on the KV2 from all of us. I don't want to block you T-34, but I think it's a little bit better if I get a very nice hit here. My opportunity is kind of blown now. Hey, every time I... Oh, well, good luck with the credit grind, Saljan. I'm in the same boat though, yeah. Taking advantage of the 30% off tier 8 to 10 sale. Like he's gonna pop back. Yep. Very nice. Gonna keep on pushing here. That Hellcat should be vaporized, but if he doesn't die, I will come at him. It's just I would expect him to be dead by this point. He's got no armor and he's not in any cover. Kidding me? I was say I didn't want to take the shot and miss it. So far so good though. Their top tiers push the left side, so we have a pretty good numerical advantage here right now, which is why you typically see me go on this side, regardless of the tank. Nice little snapshot there. Right, there's an arty. You gotta love the KV2 sometimes. It seems like it gets really lucky with RNG. Hello GG, nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. But some matches it just works. For whatever reason it always seems like it's Ensk too. Like I have so many replays and like stream clips of the KV2 on Ensk. It's not even like funny at this point. Hello, Lambo. Nice to see you. Say, I got a Strub S1. I can do that one, Kim. Hey, Fix It. Nice to see you. Now they're starting to pull back a little bit here. I still don't think that they're going to win, but there's always the possibility. I feel like I've got 3 more shots here before the end of the match. Maybe just 2. My FPS is diving for some reason too. High FPS. Not that 45 FPS is bad, it's just I noticed the difference between 45 and 60. Probably another thing trying to force an update here. Take a risk here. I'm gonna get him out though. Oh lord, there's a T-34 behind me. I'm going to get back here because I'd rather not get shot by the IS and the T-34. Like if I had to pick one, I'd rather get shot by the T-34 here. The hand of Stalin. Excuse me. It's true. I know it's not like an actual factual thing, but yeah, the KV2 does have being the KV2 on its side over the OI. Oh lord. This was a fun battle though. 2,500 damage, 800 assists, 5 kills. A little bit of block damage, but yeah. Pretty much just keep the gun firing on the KV2, and if you're not getting shot that much, you're gonna have an awesome match. Another ace tanker for the KV2 on Ensk there. High caliber award. Yeah, that was a pretty fun battle. Luckily though, I was afraid of fighting the T-28 HTC to be honest, but he went to the other flank. And yeah, not that it's entirely his fault, but all right. I have an IS-7 up next here. Thanks for letting me know that I forgot to switch the game on Twitch. Sometimes I do that. I thought I had swapped it back, but I guess I forgot to save it, most likely, which is probably the problem. Nothing I can't fix quickly here. Hopefully I can fix quickly. Yeah, it didn't save. Thanks for pointing that out. I had updated everything else, but maybe I probably just I forgot to do that field. I updated all my tags and everything. So add some more biscuits here. Hopefully this is better than the first battle I played today. Probably just gonna end up in the town. I don't want to go to the center. Don't want to go to the valley, given the terrain resistance is god-awful in this thing. Question's gonna be, are we gonna get completely outspotted in the center? He's looking like he's gonna set up. There's a building over there you can set up behind a bush. He's gonna push into the town, but that chance. I don't blame that light for not going to the center. Would never have guessed though that they would push both of those tanks to the center though. Ooh, our light is... he is pushing it there. Honestly, I was really surprised how fast the Panzer wagon was when I played it for the first match earlier. Got my 27 damage. I can sleep easy now. Let's say I don't want to take too many little pot shots here, but see if this guy pulls back further. I don't think he will though. They look like the 113 got a little ahead of himself, but it looked like the 430 knew where he needed to go exactly. I can be spotted here, so I got to be a little bit careful. Like the 430U can get a pretty good spot on me. Hello, Almog. The opinion on the WZ-111? Yes, so the Alpine Tiger is the... it's just the same with a different skin as the WZ-111. Honestly, if you have a WZ-111, you can just download a mod and put the skin on it. You have the same thing. But my opinion on the tank, so it is a preferential tank to where a lot of people don't like them currently, given some matchmaking changes and like newer premiums having full matchmaking and their balance to where they're a little bit better as far as like stats go. I personally don't mind playing preferential tanks because what you're getting still is you're getting pretty good matchmaking to where at worst you're gonna find yourself facing off against 5 tier 9s. So the WZ-111, it's fairly mobile, gun's fairly accurate. You lose a little bit of like DPM compared to say like the IS-6. Armor is a little bit different than the IS-6, so I would go with the armor. I didn't spot him. The armor's better frontally on the WZ-111, while the IS-6 is slightly better all-around armor. But personally, if I had to pick between, say, the IS-6, WZ-111, or like the 112, because they're more or less kind of like the same tanks in a way, just slightly different in a couple stats, I'd probably go with the WZ-111, given that it has the mobility and gun handling. The 112 is the one that has better armor at the cost of even more DPM, and IS-6 is kind of like the all-around tank. At 430U, I'm a little surprised looking at some of its stats. Last night, like I couldn't sleep, and I was just poking around some stats to where it's apparently a thing where people are getting it out for camouflage, and you can get about 30% camouflage on the move, which is easily the best for a tier 10 medium. I would not have guessed that. Like, I knew it had slightly higher than some other mediums, but I didn't think that it got up to 30%. But as far as buying, like the Alpine Tiger, like I personally passed on it because I have a WZ-111. Like, you know, it's one of those tanks to where if you need it for crew training, I would say go for it. I'm hoping he's using hash, and he is. I chose to go with my side here because a lot of it's space armor. If you need it for crew training, I would say go for it. If you're looking to like make a lot of credits or have like a really well performing tank, I would probably say pass on it, only because there are better premiums out there as far as, you know, like say performance wise. But whenever I play the preferential tanks, I never feel like I'm in a completely gimped tank, to where you just have to keep in mind for them that, like, say you're in like a WZ-111 or like a Mutant M6, you know, basically anything but preferential matchmaking at tier 8, and you're up against, say, like a tier 8 fully maxed out, like, grant it's one of the better tanks, like VK100-01P, or even something like a T-32 at times. They're going to be slightly better than you, to where you're not going to like 1v1 tanks all the time if, say, you're playing someone at an equal skill level. So it's just something to keep in mind, to where you're getting good matchmaking, you're getting, you know, profitability there being a premium tank, but as far as like being able to face off against same tier tanks that are fully elite with like same crew levels and stuff like that and equipment, you're at a slight disadvantage to where you're gonna have to outplay them. So no issues with coffee, no. I only drink it honestly I'll get to the T-34 up next here. And I just want to get one more battle in here. I'll pop into a battle before chatting here. I don't know if you're watching or not though. So oh, okay, you are watching. Well, usually I platoon till about the halfway mark, so this will probably be the last one here, given that it's a bit past 9:30. That way I can honestly, usually I die a lot and I can get through matches a little faster. I can get through all the tank requests I have left here. I just couldn't sleep last night a little bit because honestly I was busy browsing on my phone. I made that mistake. Hi, I know, I just wanted to pet your little dog. It was definitely fun platoon with you this morning. I'm glad your friends list allowed you to message. I haven't had that bug in, as far as the friend list being broken, for a little bit. Watch, it's probably it's gonna hit me now. Yeah, I'm hoping, looking at the requests I have, I'll probably be able to just barely eke them out here. I was hoping to miss that shot. Huh. Yeah, the friends list, at this point, like, I gave Wargaming a little benefit of the doubt, like, that they broke it, and are working to fix it, but it's I don't know why it's taken. It's like a year at this point. I think hello Leonard. I think I forgot to say hi there. You could do that, Doug. I don't know how effective that would be. Our other side is just getting torn up. Hey, I spotted Artie. Oh god. Yep, and there's... Come on, accuracy. I'm out of shots. Thankfully someone else got him. Alright, so I'm gonna run... I don't even know. I'm gonna go straight through here. I'm just reloading, but I feel like given how grouped up they are, it's gonna be tough to break them. Alright, I think we have enough people for the E50. I'm gonna try to pull back some of their tanks, given that they have a huge mass of tanks. Like the ELC is going for our base, but this bat chat should be able to reset him. I'm not necessarily thinking that I can cap them, but right now they're still pushing for our base, honestly. Oh, here's the Udes. Boom, we got him. That already got me. Crap. I don't think we're gonna be able to do this anymore. STB1 too. I say I got more of the cap points here. Crapola. Oh no, I guess I might have screwed that up. I've only got one shot left though. Where Pershing's coming across. Run away! I reset us by like 2 freaking seconds. Oh no, the Artie. Crap, the Artie just barely scratched him. We're down to 14 seconds though. This is kind of crazy at this point. We might actually get it. They got some resets. That's awesome. Well, this was hectic. that worked out. We got really lucky on a couple resets, but that worked out somehow. Oh Lord. Yeah, really nice way to end as far as platooning here. That was fun. Yeah, thank you very much for the fights. Yeah, it was fun. Hello, Gus. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get into the T-34 here. But thanks again for platooning. We had some pretty good runs here as far as wins go. So let's get into the T-34. Trying to look back to crap, got in a battle too quick. Yeah, I'll be platooning again tomorrow night, if anybody is interested, all you gotta do is message me, like he did, and I platoon basically for the first half of the streams, give or take a little bit. Like I might go a couple more battles. But it also kind of depends on, like, usually Fridays I have a lot of people trying to get into platoons to where, you know, I sometimes, like, it might just be a few battles here or there if there's, say, like 5-6 people trying to get in, or I might go like a little bit longer too. I try to get done as many like viewer tank requests as possible as I can. Which I probably have about, it's about 2 weeks until I change my stream schedule around to where most likely, since it's going to be changing a little bit, what I'm going to do for platooning is kind of like I did last year, to where I'll platoon, it'll just be a whole stream, instead of just doing 2 streams for like the first half of them. I'm going to do 1 stream where I platoon the whole time. I just need to figure out like the times and the days, so. I just always try to factor in like the amount of time I have, so I can get in, like, squeeze a couple grinds in and stuff as well. Where I'm thinking it's going to be, as far as streaming, so I'm going to platoon one day, and then there'll be like two to three standard streams that I'll be soloing. It's a little bit different for me this year because Ryan's like, she's gonna be in the summer bartending again, but you know, just part-time for the most part, to where it's gonna be a different schedule for her and I to kind of work out. I always try to stream when she's not here, that way she's not just like hanging around waiting for me to get off the computer. Yeah, it's never fun for anybody. Alright, I got myself in a little bit of a pickle. I thought this was going to be easier for them to push. I think my best bet here, even though this DW is going to be able to hit me. The SU-85 actually got me. Oh god, there's actually another tank here. No, I got myself screwed here. I pushed too fast. Too fast, too hard. Yeah. Too fast, too hard there. In the T-34. Did 600 damage, but I should have just winged it here. I just really didn't expect there to be 3 tanks, especially the 2, the DW and the SU, down low in the town, waning. Yeah. Oh well. Sorry for whoever requested that. That was kind of a short one there. So Levi has a pick. Why don't I... Let's see what kind of tank here. Trying to pick something different from what I have. Why don't I play a Type 5 heavy? I say, did the sound bug happen? I didn't think the... it's about time for a sound bug. Hopefully I don't get that. Alright, so... I'm gonna start a raffle after this match here. Say, luckily Ryan's not that devious. I actually, it took us 2 hours last night to helping her brother set up Comcast internet and TV. That's why I'm a little bit busier than I'd like right now, because honestly, like, doing the map strategies, I thought I was gonna get one done today. Like, this is where, whether or not the test server has like a lot of like new stuff, all depends on, you know, what happens. Like, if it's just like bug fixes and stuff, I'm probably not gonna stream tonight. But if it's like, say, new tier 10s or like a new map and stuff, I'm definitely gonna pop on it. To where I was hoping today I was gonna do a little bit of stuff outside, and I was gonna start doing some map strategies in Photoshop so I can get new guides up on my website in preparation for the patch. But it seems like whenever I have time to do that, like I'm either like popping over to help them, or it's really nice out and I need to catch up on stuff around the house, or the test server updates. A busy time of year to be you know, making videos and guides and stuff for tanks. A raffle, Almog, so about every hour I do a giveaway to where if you enter, you can win. The pot depends on how many ace tankers and first classes I get. I can smack that poor T49. So right now I think we're sitting at like 1,300 Levi biscuits, so the stream currency for the winner. All you have to do is type !! raffle when it starts. For some reason in the T34 I play it really aggressively. Yeah, I don't know why I do. Given that I run the low alpha gun on it, I get myself into a lot of trouble that way, but I guess I really was caught off guard by their... I don't know why this Conqueror wants to be the first to push around there, given that if he spot it, he's going to lose HP. But I guess I'm going to push up here. I have a little bit more arty cover, hopefully, or not. Their arties are actually... Well, what did you expect, Conqueror? You're literally the first tank that popped out on this side. Spot it. Okay, it'll be after this battle when I start it. So what you can use for the stream currency. So the website right now, there's a link in my video description. The chatbot owner is actually shutting that portion of the bot down, but you're going to be able to use commands even so after that to say like tip Levi a treat, challenge me in a tank. You can change like the overlay cover, stuff like that. You can like buy a match. It's called Michael Bay Plays Tanks. I play HE only in any tank. I should have just taken a shot there, but actually kind of surprised he bent me. He hit me in the cupola. Just a standard round from him. There's not many spots he can pen me with a standard round, unless he hit me in that one little spot in the cupola there. I was trying to wait until I got stunned again, but to use my med kit. I guess I'm kind of the only one right now that can damage this Jag Tiger, except for Artie. And of course I missed. Why wouldn't it miss? I'm trying to push aggressively here, which is, I don't know why there's still people in G1, but I'm really concerned that I'm gonna get myself a little bit too far out and I'm gonna get hit by all three Arties, plus get like smacked by a couple tanks, which doesn't matter what tank you're in, that's gonna hurt. Our other side though is basically gone. Really should have aimed longer, but who would have thought that that shot with just a very small sliver of the aiming circle would hit the dirt. Go figure. Now I'm kind of out here on my own. I don't even know why I took that, but it's getting a little frustrating. Like we have not killed a single tank at all, and yeah, he's actually doing a good job at. I can't angle against both him and a Jag Tiger at the same time. I don't even. I finally could hit him, but I played that a little too hard. But like I just saw the other side just kind of melting, but that's unfortunate. Even if I went to the other flank, I don't think I could have saved it That's usually like the weaker flank you have, but oh well. They already did play pretty well though. So we did win that Feared's match though in the T-34. Got top 3 damage. Yeah, they ended up capping out too. But yeah, I died pretty early on. If there is a time that you do want to just do a lot of damage and die quickly, it's in the beginning of the match. Which fortunately I had that working out in my favor, but I have a 110 here. That's good, you got your computer working. Alright, so let's start giveaway here again. Top tier, so I'm kind of inclined to head over to this side. Given they might put a few people over on the 8-0 side. Which this map, for anyone that likes it, I actually like this map. I believe it's getting taken out the next patch, and there's not really any plans to add it back in. So we'll see. I personally, I like this, to where it feels very similar to Himmelsdorf in a way. Like, it doesn't have a hill, but just looking at the makeup of like the buildings and stuff, it's Himmelsdorf-esque. Where I'm surprised like they're removing it, honestly, because I've never really had any gripes about it. But they have to have their reasons. I know a lot of people I see on the forums from time to time complain about it, but I've never really saw a like good reason, in my opinion. Alright. I don't really have good shots here. I'm gonna play off of this mutant M6. Other side's gonna have slight problems. All right. Ooh, that TD just popped out at the last second there. I already had kind of committed to turning this flank a little bit. Getting a little bit different angle. A little bit confused as to why this E25 is popping out. Like he's give me that shot again. They're making a hard push there, so I'm gonna keep this Patriot in check. There is a WZ-111 kind of behind me, so I need to help out with him. The other side looks like it's gonna need a bit of help though. Push right past him. That TD on my team just missed. Only one more tank here, so I'm going to start heading over to the other side. Well, the maps they're removing, so I forget the exact list. It's Swamp, Stalingrad, Windstorm, Kharkov. They're actually temporarily removing Highway and Klondike because they're not finished, like the HD conversion. There's also, yeah, that's it. Mittengard they're removing, but that's, you know, a low tier map, so it's not too important. most of the ones they're removing, like say Swamp, they've reworked Swamp like several times, and they just can never balance it based off of like win percentages for either team. And something like Kharkov is basically, they tried to rework it by expanding it a little bit, but it didn't pan out. This map though, I can see where people have slight problems with it, but I don't see it like as broken as, like, I would have honestly taken out Live Oaks instead of this map. But they tried to rework that a little bit, but you know, the flank, they added a little bit more cover into like the center swamp area to push through, but it's still not going to be that viable of a location to push through. A pretty good match though. 3,700 damage, not too much block, but the 110 doesn't have much armor. Congrats, Victor, on winning the raffle. This IS-6, I have no clue where this person disappeared to, because they were doing really well on this side, and then yeah, just all of a sudden the IS-6 disappeared and was never to be seen again until now. That's kind of how your team starts getting blown out, when it's somewhat close at the end. It looks like he actually disconnected, and that's unfortunate for that guy. Sometimes you see people, like, I thought he was going to push to the cap, but... Well, they're adding Glacier. I think I still have a list here, or something I made in text in OBS that I can pop up here with a list of everything. I got a Master Badge First Class, got a High Caliber Award. Really good battle there, you know, low over 4k damage. I'm actually really surprised it wasn't an ace. That was really close, I feel like, to an ace tanker. Because I honestly don't see many people play 110s anymore, but it's not the easiest tank to play against, say, like higher tiers. So I thought that I was going to get it. So I was a little let down there. Let's add another thing into the shop here. Yeah, I'm really confused as to how that's not an ace in, you know, the 110. You know, basically 1300 base experience. Thank you for the follow, Juris or Jubris over on Twitch. Hello, Ishan. Nice to see you. I think Glacier is going to be Glacier is going to be a really good map in my opinion. But as far as maps here, so let me queue up the Object 140 here. Here's a little thing I typed up about what's happening here. But basically what we're going to see, so Glacier's coming in the next update. They plan on re-adding Province in. Pilsing is really massively reworked. It's going to feel like a new map for, I would say, about 50% of the map. There's an Asian theme map they haven't named yet, so it has warships and it's kind of set in like a navy base, and it's actually going to implement so tunnels, so you're actually going to be able to drive, you know, through tunnels. It's basically something they haven't done in World of Tanks before. There's a Polish map, I forget the name of that, but it's kind of like Fisherman's Bay, but a little bit more flat, open, and there's no water and town on one side. It's basically a central town, and there's a bunch of basically farmland around it. So they're looking, basically in the next patch, they're removing Swamp, Windstorm, Stalingrad, Sacred Valley. I thought they were also, or no, they are. I just need to read what I wrote here. They're removing Klondike, Wide Park, Kharkov, and Highway. However, the 4 maps at the bottom, except for Kharkov, which I never really can say that right, they're being re-implemented. They just haven't finished reworking them yet. But basically Kharkov is the one to where they tried to rework it and make it larger, because it's a pretty small map. they tried to make it larger, but it didn't really work out in testing. So if they can't fix that, then they're going to remove that as well. But basically that center area, those are maps that they plan on removing, and there's a very slim chance they'll ever be added back in. Thanks for tipping Levi, Victor. But Glacier, I actually really like it. So the map looks, yeah, it definitely looks wide open and like TD friendly, and basically it doesn't look like it's going to be fun to play for a lot of tanks. However, like I kind of relate it to Klondike in a way. Like some people would disagree with me on that, but basically the map, the easiest tank class I feel like to play on it are going to be mediums and lights. TDs are going to kind of play off of them, but there's still areas for, say, heavies and TDs with armor to push, whether it's like near the sunken warships or even further down on the edge of the map. There are places to kind of push through without getting just torn to shreds. But it's a map that I probably shouldn't have pushed here. Yeah, he's gonna get another easy shot on me. But yeah, this was a stupid mistake. You know, it's a map to where currently a lot of the maps in the game are not really set up to favor like light tanks, you know, mobile tanks, and basically spotting. Like you have a few of them, but for the most part a lot of maps are kind of slated towards heavy armor, like heavies, TDs, stuff like that. But they're looking to add some more maps in that play off of like light tanks and basically teamwork as far as like spotting and stuff, which I agree with. World of Tanks definitely needs more maps like that, to where most of the problems that you'll find like people complaining about and like the matches that say you do really bad at and you have like no hope at winning is in when you're in a tank that, say like you get a light tank on Paris here and your team's not doing very well. You're not really able to make anything work, given that you can't really spot very effectively and take shots while not being spotted and torn apart. So adding in more maps that are a little bit more open, it still keeps heavies and TDs in the mix, but it helps those battles where your team might not be doing very well or they camp a little bit and you're in a light tank and you're top tier. You'll be able to basically help your team out a bit more instead of like running around figuring out where you can go without just being vaporized. I might as well keep pushing here. I don't think we're gonna fall back here. Hello, Thorn. Nice to see you. But yeah, as far as like, I personally, I kind of like Stalingrad. It's not a perfect map. Like, I feel like they could rework the beach. That's basically the side I would have them rework. But I feel like for Arty, like there's enough shots for Arty to work, but it's a map that's not like favoring Arty. If you're in a heavy, you have a lot of options. If you're in a medium, you have options. And really the only class it hurts right now are light tanks and lightly armored TDs. So I feel like reworking the beach a little bit would help with them. But I guess they have, you know, they have their reasons for removing it, so. But even though they're removing maps, you know, basically with the new graphic update, which I don't know why I pushed there, with the new graphic update, they're gonna, you know, they're basically gonna have new maps coming out and possibly even reworking some old maps. Like a lot of people want to see Dragon Ridge, Port, Pearl River, maps like that come back, which I'm kind of in the same boat. Here you go, little buddy. He says thank you for the tip, Victor. But like I 100% agree. I don't like Sacred Valley. They've reworked it a couple times. It's just that dumb It's like a circle basically on the outside of the map where there's only 2 flanks. It's why I don't like live oaks either. Windstorm, I like it, but I don't like it only because the northern part of the map I don't feel like is, you know, balanced correctly to where there's a lot of downsides for going up there, especially in random battles without a lot of teamwork, to where I feel like most of the time you're just fighting like in the southern part of that map in the city. Alright, so let me get a couple boosters here. I'm going to do one grind before getting back to the Indian Panzer and Strev S1 and OI. Levi's happy. He's over there like kicking up a storm. Let me... Alright, I'm grinding. Basically just grinding tier 8 right now. Haven't done the Borsig yet today. Hello, Bill. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. But more or less, you know, the changes they're making as far as maps, I haven't really seen any bad changes from what they've been rebalancing. The only thing I would have liked to see, so they're trying to say like how they're trying to rebalance Karakov. They basically made the map a little bit larger to try to fix it, and they actually did that. I forget one other map they tried to make it larger, or not try, they did. I would like to see that with like mines, even like Ensk, you know, to basically expand the map out a little bit, make it a little bit larger. It's not even just like completely rebalancing the map, it's basically just scaling it up a little bit. You can feel that on a couple of the reworked maps that the scale is a little bit larger, so even though everything seems to be in the same spot, it feels a little bit different. I feel like that would go a long way, but they didn't do it to mines. Like they could have like a low tier and a high tier option, but I don't know. It's just playing, you know, specifically those two at high tiers, mines and Ensk. Like I feel tier 8's fine, but once you start getting into like tier 9 and 10, you know, with the tier 8s mixed in, it's a little bit too tiny to where you can still have fun battles on it, but it feels like if your team doesn't set up correctly in the first 30 seconds even, you lost sometimes with how small those maps are. Just because the V ranges are so long and people dig in and it's just impossible to end up moving. Hey, we have literally nobody on our team spotting. I'd rather not be the person to, but I don't really have good V range in this unless I'm using... This is the only tank I have binocs on. Not even joking. I decided to kind of go with them for a change and see how I like them, and so far I'm on the fence. Like in a battle like this to where literally no one on our team is spotting the north, and that's kind of where I spawned, I'm a little bit upset that I have them. I don't particularly want to fight this WZ-111, but I also know if we give them this flank, we're gonna be screwed. Like I don't get why, like at least the Artie's helping. It's just, at least the WZ pushed back a little bit. Because I feel bad for that guy. I can't really push out and help him, given that I have no armor. I just don't know where I'm gonna try to get back. I can get back a little bit here to take shots, but it's just like a losing fight right now. We're playing assault and we completely forgot one flank. But I'd rather not lose our SPGs here. Yeah, I took a guess there as far as firing. ELC even, is it a good tank or not? I have fun playing it, which our team is doing better now, so I probably drove out here for nothing now. But it's definitely a tank to where you're gonna hate the gun if you actually have to be expected to do damage. Like if you're top tier or your team's like falling behind, it's a really good scout. It's probably the best scout at tier 8 as far as the size, speed, camouflage combination, but it's definitely frustrating when you're actually needed to do damage. At least our team, you know, I was a little frustrated because I couldn't really push push this side at all or take shots because I would have just instantly died. But here's the hoping my HE round does something. But I had HE loaded because I was just taking like a pot shot at long range. At this point though, I feel like because this Lorraine's hiding, this WZ is gonna get me. Here's my... At least I got some swatting damage there. On HE round, pen him. Oh, I did hit him. 611 damage. I guess got already down now. But, you know, the Borsig, I haven't played too many battles in this. It's like my 3rd or 4th match. But I think I might end up swapping off of the Binox because I find a lot of times my team doesn't set up kind of how I need them to. And I'm trying to move around, but I can't really push given it has no V range. But you can't have everything. So Indian Panzer here. I know I don't like, I have a camo net on it too. It's so not how I play, having a camo net and also Binox, to where it's taking some learning. But that map there, like if I was defending I could have set up, but yeah. Hello JT, nice to see you. Hope you get some good matchmaking today. Yeah, like I could put, you know, premium food with the optics, but I personally, I don't run with food because I get really frustrated when I get set on fire. But it's also because I'm kind of cheap too. But that is a decent combination, I'll give you that, yes. Usually if you're getting shot, like in a Borsig anyway, the fire extinguisher won't come into play too much. Well, over the past couple weeks I've tried to be a little bit less aggressive in tanks with no armor like that, but that battle there, assault attack on the attack side, like I was trying my best not to get and just camp the field like I was trying to do at the end, given that we lost that flank. But yeah, I'm still just getting the hang of it. A little bit lucky there he didn't hit me. Like, given my size compared to his, he should have had a decent shot. A little bit scary that we don't have anybody down here. I know that there's no SPGs, but a little bit terrifying that I'm literally the person the furthest south on our team here. Like, I'm not even really gonna be able to spot anybody this way. Oh, there's a, oh lord, 2 tier 8 heavies. Just what I wanted to see down here. Yeah, I'm still getting the hang of like that, you know, the Borsig and grinding that line. Yeah, I haven't really played too many outside of like the test server and just here or there, like tanks like, you know, no armored tank destroyers that don't have really vision, and they're mainly just based around camo and their guns. So it's kind of a new thing for me. You know, I've played since 2011, but it's the first TD line like that I'm doing outside of the, it's a little bit different though, like the Swedish line somewhat recently. I don't know why I took that shot. I'm not going to pen him. A little bit upset at my team that I'm literally down here. Like, I usually like playing this in a medium, but right now, our team, we're in like 2 squares. Like, that's pretty much it. And they're still not able to push. I hope they do it, because I'm not going to be alive for much longer here. Like, I got full HP, but unless I'm probably going to end up bailing. But I'm not even getting, they're not even shooting here and helping me. So, honestly, screw it. I'm going to try to help out here. All the TVP was aiming at me though, but yep, here they come. I've got an IS-3 chasing me, BK-101P chasing me. This is not gonna end well. My engine's out, but at least I'm gonna try to pull back a little bit. I'm gonna get maybe, no. It's just, come on guys. This is why airfield sometimes this doesn't work, and my team just forgot literally from the F line down, except for, I'll give what's his name, Fabin Swift, some credit for trying to help me, but we needed to push the north and it just didn't happen. But airfield's one map to where they changed a little bit on it, but I think that's one map that it could use a little bit of a rework in the south. Alright, so I have a Strev S1 here. Up next. Then OI. Gonna pop into a grind after that. If anyone does, if you haven't requested a tank yet, feel free to pop one in here. They have died early in a few of these. Because right now I have an OI. I have a PZ-58. Hello, Juan. Nice to see you. Exactly the best map for this. I'd be fine if I was on the other side. But I probably have time for maybe like 2 more requests. Just because I have, you know, the OI PZ-58, and I'd like to, I'm trying to, you know, grind out a little bit here since the 30% off sale. I plan on getting the Skoda, the tier 9 Skoda, the AMX 5120. I think those are the 2 tanks I'm going to be getting. It's like the ISM isn't the best grind I'm doing right now, but honestly, it hasn't given me too many problems, so I don't feel inclined to push through that fast. And the Borsig, I guess, started, so I'm not gonna skip that tank. Yeah. So we're basically, after this batch of grinds, like, unless they add new, like, new lines in, like, there's of course Polish and Italian tanks coming. I'm actually gonna be fairly close to having like almost every tank line either start it or having finished the grind on it. Which apparently in March there's another new premium coming out. It's looking highly likely that is the Carnivar in Action X. There's a small possibility, like I think it's very slim, that it's the new Italian premium, given that they have like the Carnivar done. They even have like the T-44 lightweight done, the Samoa SM. But there is, you know, it's another month where we have a new premium tank coming out at some point. Hello, Stigson, nice to see you. Games are going pretty well. Can't complain. What do you mean? I feel like I don't think he's back there. Maybe he was further to the left. Oh god, that's a really late push for this guy. I planned on moving, to be honest. Oh lord, he's actually looking for me. Now the Streves one, like how I bounced the Comet there, if I was in like the Udes, I would not be sitting here. The Udes basically you're getting overmatched by literally everything. The Streves one though, you can bounce lower caliber shells. I believe you're safe from like 90 millimeters and under for most spots that they're shooting you. Like if you expose your sides and stuff, they're going to be able to tear you to shreds. I'm coming to help you. Just in time too, for your luck, for your sake. Should be able to one-shot that Tiger 1 now. Or 2-shot, but that still works. That bat chat fell back. I don't know if he's going to push into that WZ. He definitely... Okay, the Challenger got him. I don't think they're going to push into the center, so I'm going to keep pushing this way. We're only up by 3 now. Where even though I have full HP, 1,000 HP doesn't go very far. Like, I'm going to be against this VK here, too. And especially because I'm alone. Crap. On T71. Yeah, that wasn't a very good, I'm better off just... Oh, wait, never mind. I got another TD coming. Alright. Oh, no, 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 don't. Playing right into him if we push like that. Because his arty and other tanks can help him out a little bit better. Kind of... I got myself stuck out here now. I don't know if it's worth it for me to shoot him over the bat chat, but I kind of I picked my fight now and I'm a goner now. At least I can ram him. We're only up by 3 now, but at least the VK, he's one-shottable. It was between getting him down to where he has no HP or shooting the bat chat. It's a tough decision because this bat is still, you know, he's still able to roll around, but I think we'll be fine, given that we still have the numbers, but yeah, I just hope that they keep an eye out here. Hello, Frieza. Nice to see you. Well, it's not impossible. So, if you're not shooting the sides, you can still pen the Strev S1. Hello, Leon. Nice to see you. It's just a lot of it is basically at an auto bounce or ricochet, given you still can hit it in this area, basically to pen it. But the entire, I forget the exact armor values, the entire top isn't the same thickness, if I'm not mistaken. So there are spots where you're highly likely to bounce, but not the entire front will do it. But pretty decent fight here. I've got an OI up next here. Not too damaged. This guy, or all 3 of us here, did a really good job. But that T71 kind of held that flank a bit. Luckily I got there in time to help him too. So we'll see how this OI battle compares to my previous KV2 battle from earlier in the stream. Hello, high five, nice to see you. And Ryan as well. Yeah, like, I still think, like, as far as the Object 263 change and the 268 version 4, it would have been better if they just put the 268 version 4 at tier 9 and balanced it a little bit more appropriately instead of just being slap 300 millimeters of armor and stuff on the front, because it resembles almost in no way the actual so the Object 268, that tank is basically based off of, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I'm right though, the T10 heavy tank chassis. So they're, you know, it's not even in the realm of possibility basically for that chassis to go from, you know, 100, 120, whatever the millimeters are in the front hull to the 300 millimeter thick plate on the 268 version 4 or whatever it is. So I don't have the T49 with the derp. Hello, Asop, nice to see you. I usually don't switch my guns around. We'll see. I might do that one. I've actually been thinking of swapping the T49 to the derp just for fun reasons. But I really don't want to get hit by him. I don't know why I moved out a little further. So I might do that. Levi, he actually does have hairballs, so since he has allergies, like his shots are helping a lot, but you know, nothing's ever perfect. He has kind of like a little tendency to try to lick his legs a little too much. My FPS, I can feel it. The way I have, I do have VSync on, just to make sure it doesn't go over 60 FPS while I'm streaming. The way I have it set up, it caps it at 60, or if it feels like, say like OBS is taking up a little bit more of my CPU or something, it'll pop it down to 45 frames per second. Alright, where are all of our tanks? We don't have that many people over on the other flank. I'm failing to see where everyone is. Just I can't really use armor right now. I try. It's just, yeah, I can't bounce these tanks. I got myself a little bit too far out. He's just gonna kill me. I got over 1,000 damage, but I shouldn't have even thought about trying to use the armor on this given I was bottom tier. Like in a KV2, I would have hung back here, or I would have positioned myself outside the building. So that's what I should have done in this scenario. We'll still probably win now. We'll see though. Let's pop out of this one. Alright, so a mouse instead. Hello Alpha Dog, nice to see you. But we'll see. I might do the T49 with a derp gun. Let me, I was gonna get into one other grind again here. So, I really don't feel like playing the TVP because I'm probably just gonna finish the free XP. I'll pop back into the AMX 5100. So after this, I'll do the PZ58, T110E4. I might do the T49 with the derp gun too. Because basically at this point, since I have the T49 and I have the Sheridan you should never use the derp gun on. But the T49, you kind of have the choice between the 152 or the 90, to where, you know, I've been thinking about swapping the guns on that, since I run it with the 90mm right now. I'm curious, it doesn't look like the test server is updated yet. I'm just keeping an eye on it because if it's like last week, so within an hour of me finishing my live stream, it updates, so the past couple Thursdays, and I'm like, it's not that I don't enjoy live streaming, it's just talking for more than like 3 hours and stuff at a time in a day can be a little hard for me. I'm honestly a really quiet person, say like an introvert, when I'm not streaming. But depending on what's on the test server during the update, because at most it's slated to release at 1 p.m. at the latest Eastern Standard Time. I may just do a standard video, but never know, you might see me live streaming tonight. That's why you don't see me stream. Half of it's like Levi, he starts getting a little restless most of the time if I start pushing it past 3 hours, but I don't know why I did this. No, I need to run. Fortunately, I'm going to be like the first thing that they see. Yeah. This is what not to do in an AMX 5100 when you're bottom tier on a map that, honestly, you're just going to get shot regardless of where you poke out of. Like, the only safe spots are like camping around the base, but this Object 268 version 4, honestly, none of us down here can actually pin this guy unless he gets close up, or if we shoot him in the side or something. I think no, I can't even push here. I need to cut and run here. But this is a problem where if I was actually paying attention, which I can't even run away here now, I would have held back. I would have held back basically right to my right. Basically in K3, K4, because you can get shots there. I think he's not aiming my way. Hoping he overextends. Oh, I bounced. Why do you even have to have side armor? Come on, guys. Why is nobody shooting him? Like, seriously. We have the chance to kill the 268 version 4. And none of the guys in like E2, the Strobe 103B and stuff even took a shot at him. That's frustrating. Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you. Oh, awesome. He's getting shots at me there. Yeah. This one I felt bad that I screwed up and pushed far, but now this is just, I don't know what's happening for the people that are supposed to be like supporting us. I don't think I'm gonna survive this though. Yeah, the WZ-132 got me, which, oh well. But that 268 version 4 should have gotten at least 2 or 3 shells from this direction when he first turned. Alright. So PZ-58. Next request. Which basically at that point, there we go. I was gonna say I could they're similar but not similar. Like, I could hop into the Indian Panther again. I forgot I had the mutts, to be honest. I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, Levi, he honestly is weird. So we have to brush his teeth every night because he is pretty bad, like I guess dental hygiene if we don't brush his teeth. But he tries to, especially after that, he licks his legs because I think he wants himself to smell like vanilla. I don't know, but luckily he's not as bad as he once was, because he used to like chew himself till he starts scabbing up and stuff. Yeah, it's like the derp gun on the T49. It has its ups and downs. Like, I personally, I stuck with the 90 while grinding through it because it's a little bit more reliable. but you can play it to where the 152 is the better gun for the T49, because it does help you engage some tanks safely, to where you'll get some damage with the derp. Instead of the 90, you can't, like, say, face off against a heavy tank frontally easily. The derp gun, you just pop a shot and run away. But I thought about swapping back to it, since I'm definitely not going to mount the derp gun on the Sheridan. I think I'm gonna... I always get burned when I push here, because I find your team, they all funnel, which, thank God Sacred Valley is getting removed, they all funnel towards the bridge. It doesn't look like the enemy pushed here though, so I will push now. Because it's almost every time I head up here, I just get burned from my team for not actually pushing. And there's like 2 tanks where I just push through and they kill me before anyone can help me. It's not a true 2-flank map, however. Whoa there, IS-3. The problem with Sacred Valley is it's really it's not a true 2-flank map, but it is, because pushing through the center and other spots typically isn't that important, because your team, you know, being grouped up basically north or south, whatever flank wins first, like our north is getting clobbered, has such a large numerical advantage that they're gonna win. Which, hello, Englewood, nice to see you. To where, like, you can push through the center. I've seen it work. It's just the odds are that if you don't win one of the north or southern flanks before the enemy wins their respective one, the odds of winning are pretty low. Like right now, yeah, we're lagging behind here. No. God, you missed me. The tier 8 WZTD, the premium one, that's the only one I have. I could try to pop into that. I should have time for another one. Yeah, Levi, like, we ended up doing allergy tests and he's allergic to like 22 to 26 different things. A lot of it's food allergies, but he's also allergic to like specific species of grass, and yeah. Honestly, they still got 2 tier 10s to our 1 M48. I am definitely leaning towards capping here. Because they even have a 705, a T10. Yeah, I'll do my best to hop into the premium, the TD. Trying not to be shot by this guy. Eventually, though, he's gotta take a crack at the buildings. Right now, the 110's getting close to where he can hit me. 705, pop back too. Nah, he got me. Yeah, I gotta bail here. It stinks, but... They're actually capping us too. I don't know what the people in the center are doing and what our WZ-132A was doing, but we're probably gonna lose this now. I don't know why he decided to sit back there and not help us cap. I might as well get... I was gonna say I was about to get shot. Didn't catch up in time. But I don't know what those people were doing in the center for that long, but now we're probably gonna lose now. But this guy, I don't know why he didn't cap with us, because we would have won. So T110E4. Yeah, I can't take any more tank requests after that one there, especially if I'm potentially gonna stream again later tonight. It would be after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if I do, or make some videos depending on the test server. Oh, ultimate challenge. I'll try. I didn't even see that here since it was towards the end. I'll try to do it, Floyd. If not, yeah, I'll do it on the next stream. But the mouse, you know, I'll do the T49 derp that you requested before that, since you know I was planning on switching guns around. Hello, Gremlin. Nice to see you. But yeah, I definitely can't take any more requests or anything today. I said hi, Antonio. I think you popped in a little earlier, unless it was a different Antonio. No, it was you. Hello for a second time. Sorry, H2, I definitely can't take any more requests, I'm sorry. Like, I'm down to about 20 minutes, and like, I still have, you know, technically 3 battles left here. Sorry, I can't take another request at the end here. Like, I might be streaming, you know, I might be streaming tonight, depending on the tests. Thanks for honestly not turning it off for me. Depending on the test server, what's on it, and a couple other things. But yeah, regardless, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, 8 p.m. We have plenty of people heading north. That's typically the flank I like to play. You'll never see me camp in the TD spot near the base. Like, it's useful for shooting here for the most part, maybe this way, but it's too many what-ifs for me to actually go there, especially if I'm top tier. Let's say I would like to get down there. Just depends on 5. It still is going to be hard because there's an E4 here and a WZ-111-14 and a Conqueror, to where it could play out to be very bad for me here. Yeah, I don't mind trading with a Conqueror, but we're definitely outmatched down here as far as the amount of tanks. It'd be nice if we had one more. Like, I was hoping the VK would come down with me. Even if I tried to push there, I wasn't going to make it. I'm in some deep doo-doo here. Don't think I can hide myself all the way. But the only way I'm gonna do well here is if I can keep taking shots. But we're losing a few tanks here. .705, I don't think that E4 just shot him, but yeah, unfortunately our north is just taking a little bit too long. It's not necessarily their fault, but it would have been nice had they pushed a little bit faster. Hey, he's actually shooting APCR. That's dirty. I know it's part of the game, it's just he doesn't technically need APCR here. Ah, crap. I'm taking way too long to shoot here, and that was probably the worst shot I could have taken there, but oh well. I should have taken a shot at his cupola. That's what I thought I was gonna do, but this WZ is gonna most likely get me. Yeah, it's just that all fell apart like it usually does. So when Arctic region gets reworked, what they did was they made this like a sheer, like 90-degree angle wall, so there's less cover here for the team pushing north, pushing around this corner and being able to like hold down and be safe from shots further back here. Because right now a southern team, which is why I usually push north, has a pretty big disadvantage trying to fight and brawl down here, unless your team's like doing a really good job and you have the numbers on them. But I screwed up at the end, but I was already pretty much a dead man anyway. So let me start. I'm gonna start the last raffle here while which yeah, we ended up losing Secret Valley. While I crew up or equip up the T-49 here. Brushing myself up on the ammunition again here. Like, there is premium HE. I'm not going to use it. It should only have a slightly larger burst radius, which doesn't matter too much, but I'll put a couple on there just in case. Like, that would help a little bit with certain circumstances. Roll with that. What the hell? Making sure I didn't screw anything up before I hop into that. Which, do I actually have? I went into the battle anyway. I was looking at my equipment and I forgot to check that. Oh well. Hello, Kevin. And G3, nice to see you. The FE-183, it's good, but it's not good. Like, the gun on it's awesome, but it's a tank to where usually you're fighting your own tank to actually get into a position where you can shoot a tank or not just pop out, because people are going to focus on you given your gun. So, you know, that's why they changed, you know, they removed it from the tech tree. Is it's just a tank to where there's a lot of upsides, but there's a lot of downsides to it. Which I thought, you know, maybe we'll see how long. I might be able to do that last request, but I'm not too sure. The Hetzer or the Stug request. Definitely not pushing out here alone, but I might get a deep shot here if anyone actually pushes down this way. I shouldn't have taken that shot whatsoever. Especially because he's using the same exact gun. Awesome. Got a taste of his own medicine there. It's actually a stock Tiger 1. See too many of those. Wonder if this guy is gonna pop out again. I don't think he is. Famous last words. I'm definitely gonna get spotted there. I got two Arties here. I'm gonna go for this so I don't get myself too far out. And it completely missed. What a surprise. BK though, oh my god. Yeah. I'm really angry that missed those Arties. Honestly, like, spent my time aiming in. Maybe I'll go for the fatter one now. What's the likelihood of me missing a second shot? Obviously pretty high. But this is where, like, I like the 90mm because of the accuracy and the more reliable damage spewing out of words. Usually at the end of streams I'm like dead for words. coming in. I thought about using heat, but I know a lot of the VK 101P is spaced armor, especially the rear. Right, they got him. Awesome. Congrats, Randall, on winning the raffle. You're aiming right at me, aren't you? Honestly, right now, the British heavies, you have the Carnivar in a tier 8, that's one of the best tier 8 heavies. You have the tier 9 Conqueror, that's one of the best tier 9 heavies, if not the best one. And you have the Super Conqueror, that's basically the best tier 10 heavy tank as far as hold down and kind of playing like the mid-range, you know, fighting with its DPM, accuracy, and armor while hold down. It's just getting to the high tiers. The mediums, you know, I like the tier 9 and tier 10 Centaurians. It's just that the TDs are a bit definitely up and down though. But pretty good fight. Mainly most of that damage came from one shot, but it was a fun battle. So let me get to the what's a majig? Oh, I'm at tier 9, that's why it's not there. I would say the Chinese TD here. The WZ 120 1G FT. Then I have I'll do an ultimate challenge to end the stream here. Well, as far as like to cap or not to cap, a lot of people get mad because so you do get more experience if your team does, even if your team does the damage. So say there's like 4 enemies left and you're capping and your team's up by so many. Some of that some of that experience does come to you even if you don't damage them. But like say you're on the cap of like 90% and there's a sliver of hope for the enemy team to win, I'd rather just cap because you still get rewarded for capping yourself. It's just people get mad because they want to basically do more damage, not only just for stats but basically to get more experience and credits. To where if you're getting off the cap, usually if it's just like one to 3 tanks left, it's not worth it, honestly, because you're just giving up, say, getting like an invader medal or guaranteeing a win just to give it to some other random stranger. So I'll usually take the safe option and cap. I'm fairly far to that, like I'm at the like the archer or something or no, the Achilles, I think, in that line. I'm not actively grinding that line right now, only because I have a lot of tank lines. Plus, I don't get too many requests for that line either, so. The Russian TDs are probably going to be the next grind started. That I aimed a little bit too far left. I'm a little bit hesitant to push up because I'm bottom tier here and I'm not. Maybe the PZ-58's running. Say I'm not too confident that that's the only 2 up there, but I guess if they're pulling back, okay, that's why they're sitting further back. So, hello, Farn. I will take a gamble and play with this guy here in the center. Because, yeah, I'm not wanting to push and try to fight a T-30 on a hill. Like, that's a losing battle for pretty much any tank. I thought I had a shot here, but I don't. Alright. I'm trying to make something happen, but now we're kind of the ones running away from the hill. That's gonna not end up pretty there. He is spamming for viewers. Well, hello and goodbye then. Actually doing a pretty good number on that T30. I think he popped out in front of the tortoise. Yeah, there's a T34 there. APZ 100. I am very sorry, my friend, but I know. I was trying to get back to cover. I don't know if this is gonna work though. Yeah, I'm not really in cover here. His teeth. I thought he was gonna end me. I'm not gonna have very much luck bouncing in Lorraine again. Just trying to hold out a little bit longer, because if we don't get off that peninsula, our team's definitely gonna lose. He is gonna head up here, okay. I didn't want to have to push in, it's just I could have sat near the tortoise, but the T-30 was the only tank I was gonna actually have a chance at hitting. Pretty much a dead man at this point though. And what the hell? Let's go for it there. I knew that was such a bad idea, but you know. Oh well. Alright, so let me do the challenge here. That. So let's see what tank I'm gonna have to play here. So Floyd, I believe, had purchased it. Yep. So I'm gonna have to do 2.5 times the HP total of whatever tank pops up here. So let's see what we got here. I have to play Tier 10 light tank. Oh god, I'm gonna get Himmelsdorf for like the millionth time. Alright, so I have to pick a Tier 10 light, do 2.5 times the HP total as far as damage, assist, and block. So, why don't I go with my newest one? Hopefully it's not like my first battle, because my first battle was really bad in this. It was the first match of the stream today. But I'm gonna have to basically get to 4,000 damage, assist, and block. Not that I'm gonna block anything in this, but here goes nothing. Thanks for watching, Englewood. Yeah, this is probably gonna be my last battle though. I may be on later tonight, say like 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or later, depending on the test server. Or you might see like a video like last week pop out if it's like a new map or something. I'll make a quick little video for like in the middle of the day here. But we'll see what happens. Hey little doggo. I have a little dog staring at me down here. He got to play outside for like 3 or 4 hours yesterday when I was like landscaping, and I think he's a little sad he's not outside right now. I ended up free XPing at GG. So this is my second battle in this tank. Like basically credits are always my kryptonite mainly, to where that's the true grind of World of Tanks. And basically I plan on finishing the AMX 5100 and also the TVP VTU grinds too. I'm just gonna free XP whatever I have left. Well, this map helps, but it's still hard for me to get to 4,000 in a light tank, because you're taking basically block damage out of the equation. So well, they haven't confirmed or denied. They said it's likely that the new tier 10s come in the 1.0, but it's basically like there's a good chance they get released. It's just I don't think this will be the last iteration of the test server. I think we'll go for... Well, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I can die in 2 shots. Basically. So they look like they're going to be... yep. Like I said, don't want to get ahead of myself, but they have 2 tanks up in there. I barely hit him. At least I was using the HE round now. There's also Artie, and I'm going out on a limb and saying Artie is going to be aiming at me, as I was the first tank that was spotted. They actually have a lot more over here than I thought. Actually have a... They have about 4 more tanks over here than I thought they were going to have. So, be interesting. Especially since this is only my second battle in this. For March, I think it's going to be the Carnivarn Action X or the like Samoa SM T44 lightweight. It could possibly be the new Italian premium they're working on, but I think that's the least likely of the tanks, only because it's currently still finishing up modeling and it's still being super tested. Oh god. Well, somebody gets spotted those guys. I don't know if it was me or not. I don't think so. Yeah, that JPZ is scary. Right a spot here. It's just, you know, basically I'm one shot by the JPZ. Potentially even like a T49, the Type 4 Heavy. If they can pen me with an HE round. I don't know where they're still back there somewhere. I just don't know how far they pulled back. No problem, Bill. Okay, 1390. It could have been bad if he was like directly behind me and I couldn't pull backwards. Don't want to go. I was just spotted there. Our team's doing pretty well though. I'm still leagues away from getting the challenge done. Plus I keep shooting low HP stuff, but I'd rather win. I'd rather win the match here than lose and go for more damage. Yeah. At least I got some damage out of assist there, but my team's actually doing a little bit too well here. In a way. It's just hard to be able to get challenges done when your team's rattling off a lot of stuff. But hey, it could be a lot worse. I could be on Himmelsdorf again in a light tank. I honestly got really lucky with that shot. My luck's probably gonna run out though eventually with this JPZ 100. Guess I'm starting to run out of HP. I'm gonna go for it. About it. Charioteer. APC, I don't think I spotted him now. Oh. No, I bounced. I think I barely got it. If my math is correct here. I think I barely got it over by like 20 damage. But I'm gonna make sure, but I think I did. This is my second battle in this too, but that was a pretty good match regardless. And we won Serene Coast. So not too much damage, just 1500, 3 kills. Top 2 experience though, given that I assisted with a pretty good mount here. So I had to reach 4,000 damage assist and block, and I ended up with 4,067. So that was a close one. But thanks for the challenge though, Floyd. It was a nice way to end today's stream. So I might be back on later tonight, guys, depending on the test server. I'll post it on Discord and of course set the timer and change that for tonight if I am. But it'll probably be like 9:30 Eastern Standard Time if I do. Otherwise, you know, the test server basically some point in the next 3-ish hours it will be updating. So even if you don't plan on popping on it, you'll at least be able to find like little notes on what's coming out about it. But you know, anyway, thanks again for watching. Well, I don't always stink at lights. It's just I really stink at lights when I'm not on top of my game, and also a lot of maps are slated against light tanks basically. But anyway, thanks again guys for watching, and I might be back tonight, but otherwise my next stream is going to be tomorrow night, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if anyone does want a platoon tomorrow night, just send me a message. Helps if you have every tier. Otherwise, you know, it might be hard to get you in, because usually Friday nights I have a lot of people trying to get into the platoon. But anyway, it actually shows my moderator on Twitch now in my little credit. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. It was a fun stream. Thank you for platooning earlier as well. Do you? So anyway, thanks again. I'll see you guys maybe later, possibly tomorrow. Have a good one.